Before we get to the video, check out my Patreon linked in the description of this video, where for $5 a month you get exclusive content such as sneak peeks at projects like upcoming videos, dioramas, stop motions, photography. You'll get a shout out in videos like this one. I also take video requests. You can see behind the scenes of my stop motions in toy photography, as well as exclusive stop motions in photography. Again, you get all these perks on my Patreon for $5 a month. Link to join in the description of this video. Now let's get to it. Okay, you guys, so thank you for clicking on this video. As you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, we have some reissue news to cover in today's video, so sit on back, grab a snack, and listen to me ramble. So first up here, let's talk about this Big Bad Toy Store Titan Class Decepticon Nemesis reissue, or what they said 2 years ago, Dami Mommy, I guess. And yeah, this is cool for people who missed out on it. It says excludes tariff surcharge. So, I mean, this figure is now $240. And when this Nemesis originally came out two and a half years ago, it was $200. So a $40 uptick, and this is $10 more than the Titan Class Predaking reissue we just saw a few days ago. So I don't know what the economics and the math is on this being $10 more than the Predaking. Maybe it's because this figure is newer and the Predaking is a bit more outdated and less complex to produce in factories nowadays, and Nemesis is a bit more substantial, I guess. I don't know, maybe that could be the case. I'm just speculating. But yeah, this thing is $240 before tax, shipping, and evidently here on Big Bad Toy Store's website, it says excluding tariff surcharge. So, I mean, after all those fees and everything, you're looking at close to $300. So, I mean, if you want to pay like $280 for a reissue of Titan Class Nemesis, that's your prerogative. I can't tell people what they need to do with their money, but I mean, if I'm definitely not getting this, that's for sure. I'm not spending almost $300 on a figure that, I mean, it's cool, don't get me wrong, it's not a bad Titan Class. I'd say that goes to the likes of the Arc, but I'm not gonna say that this is the greatest thing ever. And yeah, I mean, this thing was hyped up. It does deserve a reissue, so I am happy that it is getting a reissue, and people that really do want this mold are now able to get it at a second chance. It's just really unfortunate that these price hikes are happening and Hasbro's taking advantage of everything that's going on with the tariffs and whatever else in the world right now, thanks to the current administration. So I honestly don't know how like truly valuable this is, you know, for your money's worth. It really doesn't seem like anything special to me. And also, this is something that I've actually been covering here on the channel for the last few months. I think I was one of the first people here on YouTube, or I think I was the first person here on YouTube to cover this news a couple months back, that Evan was saying in Instagram DMs that a Legacy Deluxe Breakdown reissue was coming at some point soon, which is why it is important to cover those DMs in those interviews, because there's a lot of information they give off about future releases that it is very important to stay up to date on. So don't be believing some of these people that say, it's not important. They're saying maybe it's on the table, so what's even the point of talking about that? I mean, they're saying it's something that they're going to do at some point. That is big news to cover, and Breakdown was one of those reissues or figures that Evan has been talking about, whether that's in interviews or Instagram DMs for the last few months that I've been covering. So it's really nice to see that this is finally getting that long-awaited reissue that he's been talking about. This figure really needed it bad. Like, this guy has been super hard to find for the last, like 2.5, 3 years now? Yeah, this is, I mean, the figure itself isn't the greatest. I remember it was a huge controversy when this figure first got revealed, that it was a retool of, was it Wild Rider? I think it was Wild Rider, but yeah, he's a retool of a Stunticon, and that's not accurate to his design really. So he's not the greatest figure. I think he's a bit overblown nowadays, just because he became hard to find, you know, to complete the Stunticon set. In the grand scheme scheme of things, and especially when he was first revealed, he was not a loved figure in the Transformers fandom and community. So, I mean, if you really want this figure to complete the Stunticons and you just want a hard-to-find figure like this, why not go and get it? But, you know, it is a few bucks more. It's like $5 or $7 more than it was when it released a couple years ago. So there's that factor to it again, you know, price increases and tariffs and everything. And it also says here on Big Bad Toy Store excludes tariff surcharge again. So, I mean, after tax, shipping, and the tariff charges, you're looking at probably like $40-something for this deluxe class figure, which I guess is a bit better than the aftermarket prices we've been seeing the last couple years. But, I mean, this is essentially a Wild Rider retool. And that figure isn't even the greatest deluxe mold to begin with. So, I mean, if you guys really wanted to complete your Stunticon team, it is a nice reissue to get because it has been really needed the last couple years. But I'm just giving you guys the full scope of things here. It is way overpriced, and plus, it's not even an accurate representation fully of the character from the G1 cartoon that they're pulling from, because, again, he's a retool of freaking Wild Rider, which is not accurate at all. So, yeah, I mean, these two reissues, they have been needed, but just looking at everything involved with these two, I just don't really see that this is, like, super valuable for people and it's worth it for what you're paying. But, again, I know a lot of people have been waiting for these reissues for a while now, so, I mean, there's that. At least that's a good thing to it. And another piece of reissue news is Prime vs. Prime posted this on his story earlier today at the time of this recording on Instagram. He is seeing at his stores over in the UK that the Studio Series number 32 2007 movie Optimus Prime Voyager class is getting a reissue, it seems like. I don't think this has been announced yet. I might have covered that Evan talked about this in an Instagram DM, that he would be open to doing a reissue on this figure and it would be coming at some point. I might have covered that on the channel at some point, I can't remember. But I don't think this has been announced. So this is actually really big news as far as I'm concerned, but he posted something interesting in the captions of this on his story. He says, "This trend of Hasbro dropping these reissues knowing full well they have a vastly superior version coming out within 12 months is so scummy, especially in this economic climate." And I've been saying this on the channel for a while now. I said it with the Predaking reissue. I believe I said it last year with those Optimus Prime reissues when we were getting the Studio Series 86 Commander class shortly after. Hasbro is banking on you being stupid and not remembering things. They're banking on you not paying attention to the very franchise that you spend probably thousands of dollars on every year and that you say you love. They're banking on that. And they seem to be winning because they keep doing it the last couple of years. They're reissuing figures that, yes, are pricey on the aftermarket, that are pretty sought after in the last few years, but there have been listings or leaks or confirmation from Hasbro themselves, like Evan or Mark, that they are going to be redoing this character at some point soon. But then they reissue the inferior version right before they redo the figure, whether that's 6 months before it comes out, a few months before it comes out in the case of 86 Optimus, or a couple years before it comes out in the case of the upcoming Predaking that Hasbro's been talking about all year in interviews. And we know with this Optimus Prime that we are getting a brand new mold of this very character for the 20th anniversary of the 2007 movie in 2027. He's going to be, I can't remember if he's going to be a Target exclusive. He may be, but he's going to be a leader class, which means he's probably going to be all souped up, probably going to be a new mold with a bunch of accessories, probably going to come with his cannons, his axe, and swords, or whatever else, and an interchangeable faceplate, I'd assume, maybe, because I don't think he's going to come with the trailer, because that was in Dark of the Moon and not the 2007 movie. So I'm excited for that release. I'm not excited for this reissue. So I just want to let you guys know, if this reissue comes to the States, which it seems like it is, because usually UK gets some of these reissues first, and then it's announced here in the States, and it goes up for pre-order and stuff. That's what they've been doing recently. So I'm assuming this is coming to the States in probably the next few weeks to few months, which is going to be exciting to see, don't get me wrong, because this figure has been really sought after for the last few years. But I'm just letting y'all know, that Hasbro thinks you're stupid, and they don't think you don't know about that listing for the 2027 Leader Class 20th Anniversary 2007 Optimus Prime that's coming out. So I just want to let you guys know that Leader Class is coming literally in a year and a half from now. So I would just wait for that. I wouldn't spend, like, you know, after tax and shipping and whatever else, you're spending like $50 on this upcoming Voyager Class Optimus reissue. And it is not worth it. This figure was originally $30 when it came out in early 2019. I used to have this figure. It's a cool figure, don't get me wrong, but it also does have a lot of inaccuracies and issues with the figure, like some clear plastic. It's got the weird wheel well kibble hanging off of his midsection on the sides that looks awful. There's some issues with the figure. He's really not as great as the aftermarket may want you to believe and hype this figure up to be. It's frankly a bit overhyped, like with a lot of those early Studio Series figures, just due to the aftermarket value the last few years. But yeah, guys, this figure is getting a reissue. It seems like the UK is getting it first. I would not buy this spending your $50 on this when you're going to be wanting to spend 60 something bucks a year and a half from now on the upcoming presumably rumored to be a new mold that is a Leader Class Optimus. But yeah, guys, let me know down below, how do y'all feel about these 3 reissues that are coming out? And yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. Catch y'all in the next one. Bye.